representing today. What's good, fella? Where you at?
Huh?
Where you at?
Enjoying life, man.
Oh, you scamming, huh? That ain't your background. It's all good though. I respect it. Isaac recently moved somewhere in the LA area, so he's trying to stun this new view. I respect it.
In the section couldn't go.
You guys already know what it is. My name is Dom.
My name is Isaac.
And this is Streetball, Season 2, Episode 5.
Hey,
and we call this one great. What's up?
This is a special episode, man. Very special episode.
Why is that?
Because greatness takes balls.
You know, it's crazy. Like some people might know what we're talking about, but that phrase right there is it describes a lot of the things we're going to talk about today. Specifically, Team USA. You know, coming up short. But before we go, we're going to plug the show. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Balls Life Podcast Network channel. Turn your notifications on and ring that bell. All right, let's get it. First up, USA finishes 4th in the FIBA World Cup. In surprising fashion, they went through a pool play, dominated, but lost 3 of their last 4 games. Did not medal. Germany wins the final over Serbia, 83-77. Dennis Schroeder led the way with 28 points. Franz Wagner actually paced him as well with 19 for the Germany team to win the gold medal in the FIBA World Cup. This is a monumental victory for Germany, given that, you know, we've seen some good German players, you will, over the years, but haven't had a great team. This is actually their first gold medal at the World Cup since 2014. What's your reaction to this, Isaac?
It's crazy. It's something special. You know, they're representing their areas. I don't know, man. USA is kind of disappointed taking the L's. Like, what do you think, Dom? You think they should be taking any losses?
We're going to get to that right now. After this, that's the bigger part of this discussion. But, you know, we got to give our flowers to Germany. Dennis Schroeder just was a Laker this past year. It was the second stint with LA. So, you know, we got to talk about him. And then rookie Franz Wagner, who played at Michigan. They were both invaluable for the German team to this run. Even in a game where the last time we were on air before the Final Four, we talked about Dennis Schroeder going 4 for 26 from the field, and somehow Germany still managed to win in that game, which was a monumental victory on their way to getting this gold medal. I'm really impressed with Dennis. What's that?
I bet you wish Dennis played like this with the Lakers, man.
No, he did, man. No doubt. International competition is different. Like you don't have all-star players on every team every night. It's more about camaraderie and you know, your what's the word I'm looking for? Your pride in your country. You know what I mean? So some guys play even better for the country because in some ways it means more to them. Dennis, you know, by all means is a really good scorer. Just a little small on the smaller end in comparison to some of the guards in the West, but still, no doubt, a great, you know, international player. You know, but you know, this is kind of a breakout. I guess you're right. I haven't seen Dennis Schroeder do this. Franz Wagner did great in his rookie year, or it might be the end of his second year. But is this a sign of things to come for these two players in particular? Do you expect Dennis Schroeder to have a breakout year for Toronto, and also Franz Wagner for the Orlando Magic?
Man, I hope they do, but I don't know. I just think the NBA is way different. It's the best players in the world. I think the athleticism is just way crazier. The skill level is way higher. So, yeah, I don't know about a breakout season just because of this performance. I don't think so. What about you?
You know what? I think Dennis Schroeder is you know, at the end of his peak, I would say. I don't see his career getting much better at this point. He's a very serviceable point guard in the league. Any team would be lucky to have him. He definitely has his shortcomings. Like I said, we saw that he was a little smaller last year in the playoffs against Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's not the biggest guard, but he's a little unshy. He's not the most athletic. plays great defense. But as far as Franz Wagner, he's in his Germany's in the world champs. But as far as Franz Wagner, he's early in his career. He's had breakout performances. You can see how good he can be. I don't know if he's going to be a superstar, but I think that he has the potential to be an all-star. So we'll see. But yeah, shout out to Germany, man. That was their first World Cup gold medal since 2014. So you got to give it up for them because nobody expected them. We were talking about Canada, USA, maybe Serbia. You always talk about Spain. Those are the usual suspects, but Germany came in and did their thing. Now, we got to talk about the real business right now. Team USA, not mentioned in the notes, but they lost to Germany in the semifinals, and then turned around and lost to Canada of all teams in overtime in the bronze medal game. Did not even medal in this World Cup. Now, here's some interesting stats about this. USA has not medaled in the last 2 World Cups. In 2019 in Brazil, they came in 7th. They lost less games in that World Cup, but they came in 7th place. This year we come in 4th. And for Canada, this is their first time beating Team USA in any type of global challenge championship. So World Cup, Olympics. The USA was previously 12-0 against Canada and 30-2 in all senior competitions. So that means any exhibition games, anything like that. What do you think about this right here? One more thing. Dillon Brooks scored 39 points in this game. Dillon Brooks. So what does that say? Does this say more about Team USA, or does this say more about where Canada is coming, like where they come and where they're going to be in 2024?
I think, bro, Team USA has a target on their back. That's the team to beat. But Canada looks good. I mean, Dillon Brooks did what he had to do. I mean, you got to come and play, man. This is no games out here. Obviously, you can see the USA got clipped. Like, you got to come to play, man.
No question, man. I feel like, probably since like the 90s, right? You talk about, this play was insane. This is how Team USA actually got to overtime against Canada. Down by 10 in the 4th quarter, went to the free throw line down 4, made the first one, missed the second one intentionally, and got his own rebound and actually hit a 3 to take it to overtime. It's actually absolutely insane. Yeah, but I feel like, historically speaking, Team USA, we go through these lows and highs ever since the Dream Team. I don't know if you know this, Isaac, but before the Dream Team, the USA was the only team in the world that still used amateurs. That means that we sent college players to the Olympics and to the World Cup and to all the international competitions, while the rest of the world was sending their professionals. Ever since then, the Dream Team happened in the 90s. But I feel like ever since like 03, 04, this hasn't been a big priority for USA players, unless it's the Olympics maybe. You saw it back in 04 with LeBron was a rookie in the NBA, Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, Carmelo Anthony, Lamar Odom. They finished 3rd in the Olympics. That was our first loss in international competition in I don't know how long. And then you see these lows and highs. Ever since then, we've won the gold medal every year in the Olympics. But in the middle, we've struggled because unlike the other countries, I don't feel like we have a good piece of camaraderie. We don't have the same players playing for 3-4 years. We have a lot of turnaround. I think that attributes to it, but I really think the rest of the world is getting better. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of great players out there, but I don't know, man. What do you think? Like, we're always having different players, but what do you think needs to be done to win? What's the issue? I mean, regardless, it's the NBA. You got the best players in the world. It's supposed to be, right? Like, you got to come play.
Yeah. The NBA, you've seen it. It's shifted. Our last 5 MVPs have been international players. It's not just like, the international players are good players, but nobody's touching the American players anymore. There's a lot of reasons for that. I feel like load management. I'm not going to take credit away from the rest of the world. They've gotten better, but I feel like we are really on our hoo rah rah over here. You feel what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. You gotta pull out the dub.
Like the rest of the world is working like they're from San Bernardino, while we work and take it seriously like we from Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? Like like we take this for granted now. Like 10 years ago, people were still scrapping and calling. But right now, we're the prima donnas of the world, I feel like. So these type of things we don't take it seriously because we don't take the rest of the world seriously yet.
I agree, Domo.
But all in all, because of this, there's been a big uproar for the superstars of the NBA to join the Olympic team next year ahead of Paris. LeBron even he replied to a tweet that somebody said something about the last dance with LeBron at the Olympics next year, and he put the eyes saying that he might be interested in that. Now, if we construct a team full of superstars, as you will, you got LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. I could keep going. Devin Booker. We can bring back Mikal Bridges because he's a really good high level role player. The list goes on. We have some of the best players in the world. Do you think that we'll still be the favorites ahead of the Olympics?
With LeBron's last dance, yeah, I think so. I think that should be part of his journey, his story. Going out with the win.
Imagine winning a gold medal at 40.
That's crazy. Like that's
and not being on the coaching staff. Imagine that. The craziness of that.
That's some OG. He's an OG.
If he does that, I might. And then if we win the title this year and he does that, I might have to say he's the GOAT.
Wow.
Low key.
That's crazy coming. That's crazy coming from you because you're a Kobe #1 fan.
I love Kobe. That's my guy. So anyway, so that was really the spiel that we're going on. I really hope that us Team USA players take it seriously next year. I really feel like no knock on the team that went this year. They obviously competed. They were in every game, but as an international competition, you want to put your best foot forward. So I really feel like we should really do our best to put our best team out there next year, no matter who it is, because this is about pride. They're already taking the championships. They're I hate to say that. That's not cool. The international players already winning the MVPs. Already, Jokic is the best player in the world according to many people right now. I really think we need to take this personally and go out there and take what's ours next year. So
I mean,
I
think after all these losses, like for sure, I think they're gonna come in and win the whole deal.
I hope you're right, man.
We're not supposed to be losing. Reality is we're not supposed to be losing.
No, I agree. I 1,000% agree. But you know what? We've been going on this season 2. We've been going on this trivia spiel, and I think it's hilarious that even the easiest layups you can't get right. So these questions that I got for you, since Canada beat us for the first time in international championship competition, these are Canadian themed questions. All right. So first and foremost, all right, Canadian basketball trivia. You ready?
No.
Okay. Now we went over this in pre-production, but there's kind of like an exception right here. Which of these players is not Canadian? A. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, B. Steve Nash, C. Jamal Murray, and D. Vince Carter.
I don't know, Vince Carter.
You got that one right. Okay, we're gonna give
it right. Oh, it is. But okay. I didn't know because I wasn't sure exactly what you meant by that. Like, there's citizenship.
Yes, it's not Canadian. Yes, Steve Nash was born in South Africa actually, but he's a Canadian citizen.
Oh, I didn't. Isn't Vince Carter too?
Vince Carter is from Florida, and he's cousins with Tracy McGrady. Went to University of North Carolina. He's merely a draft pick of the Toronto Raptors, and not probably, is the best player in franchise history. With you're arguing about DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, but he is
No, I think he's the best. I still think he's the best.
Definitely most influential. Kawhi only played there 1 year. That's like saying LeBron is the GOAT of the Lakers because he won a championship. I get that, but Vince Carter's whole body of work. You know, it's crazy. I was listening to the radio the other day. There's actually this documentary on Canadian basketball. It's called The Carter Effect.
Yeah, that's Drake's, right? Fire.
I don't know if it's Drake's, but it's a documentary on how Vince Carter's play when he was with the Toronto Raptors and how it just springboarded the entire basketball movement in Canada and springboarded to what it is today. So that's why I call him the GOAT of the Toronto Raptors. But I understand your argument, about Kawhi, because he led them to their only championship. But I'm gonna say Vince Sanity.
But when Kawhi did that, we never expected the Raptors to win the shit. Like that was kind
of they're on the cusp every year before he got there. They just couldn't get past LeBron. Dubs were hurt, so exactly. So that puts an asterisk on Kawhi's championship. But nah, injuries are part of the game. It is what it is. Are you ready for question number 2?
No. Yeah, go
How many
ahead.
Olympic medals has Canada won? One. Mind you, Canadians been playing in the Olympics since before 1900. So remember that. There's a lot of years. How many Olympic medals has Canada won? 1, 0, 2, or 5?
I'm going with a donut, man. I have no clue. I'm going with a donut.
Now, this is a trick question, kind of, but not really, because I asked you how many medals, not gold medals. Canada is actually. No. You're supposed to read it. It's too late now. Canada actually won 1 bronze medal in the Olympics in 1936. Only time they ever medaled in the Olympics.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Just 1? Terrible. That's terrible.
Okay. Canada qualified for the 2024 Olympics with their performance in this year's World Cup. When was the last time that they qualified for the Olympics before this? Is it A, 2004, B, 2008, C, 2016, and D, 2000?
You know what? I'm going to take a wild guess. 2004.
2004? I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I did these questions the other day, so I have to check to see if this answer's right.
Oh, you're a bozo for that.
I was pretty sure, but I wasn't sure. So,
look it up.
You said 2004. You said 2004.
Yeah. Yep. 04.
No. Nope. It's actually D, 2000. The last time the Canadian basketball national team qualified for the Olympics was in 2000 in the Olympics in Sydney, Australia, where they finished 7th.
That's crazy. So this is big. This is big for them this year.
I know, right?
Historical, bro. Crazy. All right, hit me with the next one.
All right, question number 4. Where's the Canadian basketball headquarters located? Now, this is the headquarters for the national team. Is it A, Vancouver, British Columbia, B, Toronto, Ontario, C, Winnipeg, Manitoba, or D, Montreal, Quebec?
I have no clue. Toronto?
You know what? I gave that one to you. I knew you were going to pick Toronto.
Because, I mean.
Hey, he's 2 for 4, y'all. 2 for 4. You're getting there. All right.
That's 50%. Right. That's solid, bro.
All right, last one now. You know, Drake's all into basketball, so this is technically a basketball question. But you know how much we love OVO. Roy Woods, Party Next Door, Magic Jordan, you name it. That's Drake's label. When was OVO Sound founded? The record label. A, 2013. B, 2012. C, 2011. Or D, 2015.
It's 11 or 12, bro. I'm going. Nah, actually, let me stop. 2013. When was it?
OVO Sound was founded in 2012.
Oh, I was right there though.
2 for 5, baby. 2 for 5. Okay, so like last time you were 1.5 for 5, so you're improving.
That's
right?
2.5, bro.
How?
I don't know. D said it.
No,
I
I
was a
wrote
year
it.
off.
I meant 2 for 5. It's okay. Anyways, thanks for playing trivia this week with Damo. Next time, study a little bit. I'll give you the topic so you can go look at it. All right. Now we'll move on to NBA news. Big news came out yesterday, which could highly affect the Clippers moving forward. The NBA enacts a star player rule. Okay. Now I don't know if it's called this explicitly, but it's basically a new rule to prohibit franchises from resting their star players on certain times. I didn't put it in the notes, but they have to basically, request an exception if they're gonna do anything like sit a player out on a back-to-back or whatever it may be, or rest multiple players that are considered star players on the same game. So here's a few of the details. Teams must also ensure star players are available for national televised games unless injured. Now, this is a holdover from the previous pact between the owners and the league back in, I think it was 2012 or 2013. Greg Popovich set his whole team and sent them home, actually, like Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili, sent them home, right? Instead of playing on a nationally televised game versus the Miami Heat. After that, the NBA enacted a rule, and this is a holdover from the old policy, but now the new policy is stricter. A team must also balance the games that a star player sits out, favoring more road games, meaning that, yep, I got that. They want, like, let's say if you're planning to strategically sit out your player, they rather you sit them out in home games rather than road games, only because those road fans only get a chance to see that player once or twice a year, whereas you have 41 home games. If a player is subjected to a long-term shutdown period, like if they say he's injured or something like that and he has to sit out, the franchise will be investigated to ensure this is for a valid reason. The example they used in the ESPN article was Bradley Beal. They shut him down for the last 10 games of the year last year and said he had a sore knee. If a star player is to do that, they're subject to an investigation from the league. And lastly, teams must also what?
Investigation. So what are they going to check your knee and see if it's hurt? Like, how does that work?
Basically, they'll send some third-party people to check to see if you're really hurt or if you're actually just sitting out so that you don't get hurt for trade value. Like Bradley Beal, probably he probably set up those last 10 games because they were trying to tank and they knew they're going to trade him and they didn't want him to get hurt. So those are subject to outside investigations. Lastly, team must also make sure that if a star player is sitting out, they're still available and visible to fans, meaning that if a star player is sitting out and they're going on the road, he can't just go home. He has to sit on the bench and be available for fans to see him during the game. So seeing about those rules, what do you think about that?
Honestly, I love it. Fans come to watch a game, you got to play, man. Like, we want to see you play, and stop the load management. Stop that. I'm tired of it. I want to see these dudes hoop. I want them to go at it. I love the rules, honestly. Like, I think it's going to make it more competitive, and dudes need to play. It's reality. What do you think, Emma?
No, I think that this is a great rule for the NBA. I think they're trying to back up themselves, given that the NBA is due up for a new TV deal, media rights deal. I mean, which they're trying to double the revenue that comes in. I think right now the media rights deal is for $2.5 billion or something like that per year for the whole league, and they're trying to double it. So if you're gonna have a media rights deal, a TV deal, you want
always be on the floor.
your star players have to be available unless they have a catastrophic injury or something like that. They need to play because this is a players' league. It's not like the NFL where it's about the New Jersey or New York Jets or the New York Giants. It's about James Harden and Joel Embiid. It's about LeBron and AD. Like the brands are not the franchises, they're the players. So you need your players.
Do you think this is going to affect the locker room? Say if James Harden wants to rest, Joel Embiid also wants to rest. It's like, bro, Are they going to communicate like, hey, now you take this game off and I'll take the next one off? Like, how do you think that's going to work? Do you think that'll affect the player?
Well, like this rule is also centered around back-to-backs. But here's the thing: like you can't collude and do those things anymore. And if the NBA finds out that you are doing something like that, the first violation when they fine you is $100,000. The second violation, $250K, and then the third violation is $1.25 million for this infraction. So you must have a legit injury to not play in a nationally televised game or a back-to-back, unless there's some exceptions, which we'll talk about right now. Now, the thing that makes this rule tricky as well is they define a star player by any player that's been on an all-star team any of the last 3 seasons. Right now, 46 players fall in that category. Now, let's say I got an example here. Philadelphia 76ers. If Tyrese Maxey gets selected to be an all-star this year and Joel Embiid is still on the team, Tyrese Maxey gets put into that tier mid-season. So the rest of the year, he falls under the same category. Like it's not season to season. Like it's dynamic. So if you like if I became an all-star this year, right, and I played in the Lakers, I couldn't sit on at the same time as AD and LeBron. So and I wouldn't be able to sit in any more nationally televised games, and I would have to have a special exception to sit a back-to-back.
That's crazy.
So right now, 15 teams are currently affected by this new rule, having multiple stars on their roster. But there are exceptions, mainly for veteran players. NBA pre-approved designated back-to-back allowances for players who are 35 years old on opening night or have career workloads of 34,000 minutes or more, or played a combined 1,000 regular season and playoff games. So that's LeBron, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul. Those guys have the exception of not having to play a back-to-back for load management reasons. But let's say LeBron has that exception. AD would have to get a whole nother level of exceptions to not play on that night unless he's injured.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense. For the old heads, they need a rest, man. Cut them a little bit of slack. But I love the rules, bro. I love the new rules. Who's got a hoop?
No, they're backing up their whole rule about playing 65 games to qualify for any postseason awards. But also, they need star players to be on the floor for those media rights deals, man. They're trying to protect their capital. Like the NBA is probably the most liberating league in the world. Like it's a players' league, but that doesn't mean they can't put the hammer down. So I fully support this decision, honestly.
I love it. We're gonna be watching some good hoops.
Exactly.
I want to see what these hoops got.
No more sitting out of national television, Kawhi. I need you, dog. Come on. And if you can't play, you hurt. It is what it is. You too, PG.
What's Kawhi doing right now? Punching pillows?
Man, he's rehabbing that knee. Messed it up again. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that? All right, man. Well, I mean, we could do a whole show about this new rule. It's pretty extensive, and there's so many scenarios in it. But we only have 45 minutes, so we're gonna move on to the next thing. Right. Okay, on to more somber news. Kevin Porter Jr. arrested earlier this week for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend, former WNBA player, Kaiser Gondrezic. Yeah, I don't know how to say her name, but she fired. Fired. Anyways, allegedly, it's reported that she had multiple broken bones, including a fractured vertebrae. And more importantly, it's reported that KP attacked her while she was asleep. Because of all this, the Rockets are looking to trade him for second-round picks on the heels of his best NBA season to date. Last year, KP averaged 19.2 points per game and 5 assists. This is disappointing on all fronts. You and I were around. KP went to USC. We had some type of access to him. It was really cool to see him make it. There's no question that he had problems in college and early in the NBA, but I really thought that he'd turn the corner. So this is pretty disappointing for me.
Yeah, for sure. It's terrible. But I mean, you said he's getting traded still. Is he still in the NBA? Like,
they're trying to trade him because at this point, it's the investigation's ongoing. So like until he's convicted or until there's like something solid, the NBA can't suspend him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to wait.
Come back? There's no coming back from this, right? This is like he basically killed her. Like this is bad.
I mean, Miles Bridges beat up his girlfriend. He just got suspended for the year. So I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, but like this is, you know, I never understand this. I don't personally. Like I'm never, you know, you Isaac, you've been around me for how long? I've been in some crazy relationships. You know that. I've been with girls who yell at me, hit me, call me crazy stuff. I just never found the reason to go here. That's my personal opinion. I don't know where this goes or how it gets this way, but man, walk away. Walk
Right.
away.
That's trash. That's terrible what he
Walk,
did.
walk away, man. Like this is like if I don't know what she did, it doesn't matter what she did, but like if it's really something that's pushing you like that
Never
you feel
worth
like
nothing could come to that, right? Like that.
it's not worth it throwing hands with anybody when you're making millions of dollars to play basketball, but especially not like it's senseless to do something like this. You know what I mean? Senseless. So prayers for all the parties involved. I hope she makes a speedy recovery, um, and I hope everything that happens in here is just. You know, I hope things happen the way they're supposed to. But I really hope that this is something that it doesn't permanently damage her, and I hope that KP finally learns his lesson and turns it around, bro. Like still young in his early mid-20s, bro. Like
Yeah,
this
he's
is
23. She's 26. She's 3 years older than him.
there it is, man. Whatever y'all was doing, it's probably the end of it, which is fine. But like KP, you need to get help, man. Honestly, in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what it is, but like I'm praying for both of them. I hope they pull through and go their separate ways. And I hope she makes a full recovery. And I hope that he learns his lesson and he turns it around, bro. That's all I'm hoping for.
No, for
I'm
sure.
hoping for.
Hate to see that.
All right, man. I don't think we're covering this one. This next one. Are we covering Trey?
We can go straight to the big baller brand.
Hey, man. We prefaced the beginning of the show. Greatness takes balls, and we forgot about that. Team USA forgot about that. But you know what? LeVar did it. Hey, he's so hyped about it. He put on a T-shirt. He's still hyping up his family right now with a new line of T-shirts and also slip-ons. And he's showing them in this video. Let's see it.
What? These right here? Coming soon. So you got to get the whole ensemble, Triple B style. These the coldest, softest shoes in the game. Trust me when I tell you. So get your big baller gear up. This what you need, baby. Holla at your boy.
Bro, I love this man. I love him. I don't care what he does, what he says. Like, first off, I respect the grind. You never forget where you came from. You could tell that T-shirt was probably printed at Purdue by DG.
Yeah. For sure. Oh my God.
Hey, the foily gold, bro. I respect it. I ain't mad at it. But the more important thing about this is the shoes, which we're gonna see right now. These big baller brand basketball shoes obviously didn't work out, but I don't know, man. I feel like this is more for I'll see some young kids wearing this, but this is more for the older people. I think like a newer, sleek kind of. It looks like it's comfy, maybe. I don't know, but what you think?
It looks super comfy. That shoe looks like it got a lot of cushion on it, but now it's a weird looking shoe. Look at the front. I don't. What is that? A sandal? Is it even a shoe? It's a sandal, right?
I think this is a play on LeBron, on the Kanye slip-ons. I think.
Yeah.
It's not a sandal, it's not a shoe, but it's kind of in the middle. Or how Crocs are almost like all the way closed. I think this is like part of that new line where you would never catch me running in these because I'm gonna sprain my ankle. But
you would rock these? You would rock these?
I wouldn't buy them. No, I'd wear them one. I take that back, bro. Hey, I'm supporting the culture, bro. Hey, as long as they're not $4.95, I might cop me some. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm not wearing you're not gonna catch me wearing them like the slides that I got the other day at the event. Like I'm gonna wear them at home. These are house shoes.
Okay.
Or these are your shoes that you go and catch go get the groceries out of the car with, or go to the grocery store, or go run errands with. I wouldn't see myself wearing these anywhere besides like running errands, something like that. But that's just me. Maybe it's because I'm biased. Because I'm 3 stripe for life. I don't know, but I don't know. What about you?
I'm busting those. I'm wearing those to the club and all.
On what planet do you think they're letting you in the club with those on?
We go to IE right now, get in the club with those on.
Oh, you going to Redlands?
Somewhere.
Ain't the club, bro. Ain't the club. That's a lounge. Hey, bro. They let our guy in there with the cutoff tee, bro. They gonna let anything in there.
Oh, you're funny. Oh, that's hilarious.
Shout out to my guy, bro. Shout out to my guy, Matt Bradley. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Oh, don't throw Matt out there like that, man. Come on.
Hey, we just saw him in downtown Redlands. That's all I'm gonna say. We just saw him in downtown Redlands, bro.
Sure did.
Hey. Nah, but honestly, all luck and love to the Ball family, to LeVar. Always been one of our favorite people and families out here. They've been, they've been changing the game, whether they did it at the level that they wanted to or not. Definitely changed the game, and made a splash in the basketball world. Like we're talking about the NBA right now. We had to put this in our segment because of how influential they've been. You know what I mean?
For sure, like the Kardashians. Shoot.
Exactly. All right, quick before we go to our Streetball stuff, we got a WNBA news. The WNBA playoffs kicked off this week with the Las Vegas Aces being the #1 overall seed in the playoffs. They've already won Game 1 of the best-of-3 series in their first playoff versus Chicago Sky. Now, the difference between this and the NBA, there's no conferences in the playoffs. This is the best 8 teams, regardless of East or West, in the league. So you'll see they're playing an Eastern Conference team in the first round. But the Aces are looking to repeat as champions. And this will be the first time that someone repeats as champions in WNBA since the Sparks did in 2001, 2002. What do you think they're going to do? You think they can do it?
Yeah, for sure. I think they're going to do it. Bro, they're going to make history. I believe in them. They're really good, so they should do it. I don't think it's going to be easy, though. Liberty's nasty, too, right? Liberty's nasty. I mean, I don't know. I think they'll do it.
Liberty's nasty. The Sun got DeWanna Bonner. You want to talk about Dallas? They got Enrique, bro. She like Kobe Jr. out there. Like there's some hitters out here now. Now this is top heavy. This is like the NCAA tournament sometimes. Like it's the Aces and the Liberty. But what I will say is the Liberty don't have a lot of experience as a team in these situations. So I'm really curious to see how they handle it. And Washington has Alina Deladon. Alina Deladon's an absolute bucket. So I don't know. We'll see. But West Coast, Best Coast, I'm leaning towards the Aces because they're the closest team to us in this field. But you never know what's going to happen. I just hope it's an Aces Liberty final.
Yeah.
You heard?
I would love to see that matchup. That would be a sick matchup.
All right, man. Let's move on. We got a Streetball promo that I'm really excited to say. I'm going to the game now. We'll talk about that later.
What?
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Balls Life Podcast Network channel. Turn on your notifications and ring that bell. Now, I can't wait for this game now. The circumstances aren't ideal. We'll talk about it off camera, but prayers to all parties involved. Wedding got postponed for a lot of reasons, but West versus Midwest or East. My bad. West versus East. Balls Life squads right now. Venice Beach, September 22nd. It's a Friday. I'm really hyped about this one. Can't wait. What do you think about this right here, Isaac?
No, this is going to be iconic, and the location is the best. I'm there, front and center. What you need me doing? I'll pass out waters to Ty. Who needs water? Monster, what you need? I got you. I'm there in the mix.
this is like, this is the medium between, the most part. We talk about this all the time: Hollywood versus grit and grind. Now, that when I say Hollywood, that does not mean that the West Coast squad doesn't get after it, but I would say they have more household names than the East Coast squad might. Frank Nindy's a household name. Ty Glover, Body Bag, Cesar Guerrero, household names. Like, as far as the street ball community goes, you got Malcolm, you got a ton of blue collar Austin. You got a ton of blue collar guys on the East Coast squad though. So this is gonna be a gritty game. They're gonna play really hard, but Daniel wants to release a on-release hype vid on the show right now. So let's drop it. Let's see what we got.
Just score. It ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna help. We're a real team, and they just got guys who just gonna go over there and put up a bunch of shots. That ain't gonna help.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man, give me a jersey. Give me a jersey. I'll bring my shoes. All right. I just need 2 minutes. I might just use all my fouls. I don't know. But shoot, I'm hyped for this game, bro. Can't wait. 10K on the line. 10K on the line for the teams. All right. Venice Beach, historical Venice Beach court, September 22nd. I'm really hyped for this game, bro. Cannot wait. Make sure you guys are there in attendance. It's probably gonna be packed. And make sure you get it in the front row early. And then say,
man, I'm ready. Man, let's play my clip of the week. Speaking of this event, check my clip of the week. This guy risks it all to go viral. He does a backflip on the freaking concrete.
We'll play back.
Try to hit a back.
Oh my goodness.
You know
what? You know what though? This isn't his fault. Like, what's up with my man behind him checking him up so close? I know it's not COVID. I know it's not COVID no more. We're not supposed to stand 6 feet apart. But unless you know my man's like that, you can't be checking him that close like that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, man, get my man his face.
The things these spectators and fans do to try and go viral, man, it's just crazy.
Absolutely. Like get your dumb ass off the court. The game's going on. It's like this is worse than when the kids start shooting on pickup just because the players on the other side, and then they won't get off the court in time. Like, this is bad. Like wait till the game's over and go at half court and do your stomp the yard routine, backflip. The little Chris Brown shit, all that.
Yeah.
Just wait till the end of the game. All right. Real quick before we go off, we're almost done. Let's show my street ball clip of the week. My man has stupid bounce. Most to get these guys in, without him out. But peep this outlet to the dunk. He just glides. As soon as he jumped, he was like, "What am I doing up here? Like, why?" Like, I've only seen like 4 guys in my life that have that much bounce. He just stared at the rim, bro. Ridiculousness. I thought it was Ty Glove. I thought it was Ty at first, but kind of looks like Ty from the side, right?
Kind of. He's more dark skinned. Ty a little lighter, but the way he's jumping, it looked like Ty. Absolutely.
Well, hey man, that's all she wrote for this week. Episode 5. We really appreciate you guys coming through. Remember, subscribe, like the Balls Life Podcast Network channel, ring that bell. We'll be back next week on Thursday. We're glad that Daniel's not in the weather anymore. He's feeling a lot better. Appreciate you, D. He's the one that makes this show roll. But with that being said, my name is Dom.
My name is Isaac.
This is Streetball. We out.